So we are now at the end of Chrissy's coil set, and earlier I talked about it having the straight ends, and the reason why we are forming, or Chrissy is forming the roots of the coil, is to really give control over the rod set and smooth the roots with tendril. So right now there's a dollop of tendril in her hair, a dollop of Olivet, or a couple of drops of Olivet, and we're going to ride, Chrissy is going to ride the client's hair to give it a nice springy curly finish that is very defined and will last about, how long will the style last?
Think about this for a second.
About 2 weeks. So we'll be waiting for Chrissy to come over, but yes. Okay, so we're going to start with some yellow rods, and she's going to smooth over those ends and rod it down in a coil to stretch this texture out. If you don't rod it in a coil finish, it will be a tight grandmommy finish, and it will not be cute. So we need as much youth and oomph to this as possible. You know, this can really turn out bad if you're haphazardly putting in rods. The other thing is, each individual piece needs to have its own rod. It's very important, because when you clump them together, you really have to have intentional layering of your rods, of how the hair is laying. When you clump hair together, it gives it this very at-home finish that looks like your grandma put 3 rods in her hair and said the whole head is rotted. So you really don't want to give that finish. You want each individual piece of coil to have its own set, its own finish. It'll give you the most of your volume. It'll give you a fabulous finish. And you see how she's really smoothing that end and making sure that the end is really tucked in. That prevents fish hooks. You don't want fish hooks. Those are those straight ends that you feel like you got to cut off, and it makes the hair look really unfinished. So after she does this with these rods, and the client will go into the dryer maybe for about 45 minutes to get a really good set. She'll add some Olivet to it, and she'll pull it apart for the maximum volume. And this turns out really beautiful for the finish. So we'll come back with our next video to give you that finish. Thanks for watching us.